Okay, so this is worksheet 1. It's supposed to be a supplement to go with the stuff that we're just doing in 120. All right, and it's bar charts and pie charts. Well, we didn't have any pie charts and all of that. And the bar charts went on and on. I had all this weird stuff about boundaries and stuff. And now we're going to do it like we were doing it in real life. Okay, so even if that seemed like, well, there were lots of unnecessary numbers flying around and things like that, this is how it's really done. Okay, I asked people how long, I can't remember, was it minutes to get to work or something. I asked him a question and I got, these are the range of minutes, and that's how many people said that. Okay, and because I'm doing it in this informal way, I got 0 to 8 and 8 to 16, because you see that all the time in real life. Okay, and then, I wouldn't have this 360 here. It does add up to 360, but I wouldn't have that part there. All right, then what I would do is I would make 2 nice little columns in Excel, and I'd highlight both of the columns, and I'd go up there to the top, and I'd see that little picture of the little bar chart, and I'd click on it. And then I'd have the answer, and it would use these as the labels. Okay, and this is the heights of the bars, and they'd be bars because Excel loves to do things in bars, not histograms. So they wouldn't be smooshed together, and then you would make a PowerPoint slide out of that, and everybody would love that, and that would be it. Nobody would say, but you put 32 in 2 categories. Okay, you must have known what you were doing when you divided the people up into these categories. Maybe it really was 31.999, but it's not fussy, okay? And it's a lot easier for normal people to understand. So I'm doing these ones, but if you clicked on worksheet, you notice that there was a bunch of things right under it that were my hand-drawn answers to the homework part of this. So you could try the homework ones, and then you could look at the answers, or you could look at the answers while you're working on it, okay? This is not supposed to be as complicated as it was in 120. This is a real-life version of what that fussy stuff that's going on in 120. Okay, if you want, you could just do them all in Excel, but you don't have to. You do the same thing for pie. You just highlight these and hit the little picture of the pie instead. Okay, so that's what they're doing on the same page. So anyway, but I'm just freehanding them based on this. First of all, I need 5 bars, and my bars get these labels, 0 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 24, 24 to 32, and 32 to 40. Okay, Excel lets you label, put things into this category right here. You can put anything in there. You can call them Fred and Joe if you wanted to. It would still draw it. Okay, so 50, 100, 150. All right, so 45. And it would not bother and connect them up. 75. 120, 90, and 30. That's what you were expecting. That's a bar chart. And when you've seen this sort of stuff done in the past, that's how it always looks. That's what the rest of the world expects, and that's what will happen when you use Excel. So if you were like, oh, I don't know what's going on in 120 because there's all this weirdness going on in there, this is what's going on, except they decided they'd go and see if they couldn't make it as complicated as possible. Now, I have to fill in, if I was doing Excel, and if you did yours on Excel, you'd know how the pie is supposed to look, but I didn't do one on Excel, so if I take 45 and divide by 360, apparently that's 12.5%. It's like 1/8 of the chart. Okay. I know that 120 is like 1/3 of the chart, so I better save room for that. Let's see, 75 divided by 360 is, it says 0.208. Now, if I multiplied all of these by 360, I'd end up with these exact numbers again, okay? Because that would tell me how many degrees. Since I could just do this in degrees instead of percents, 45 degrees is exactly the same as what I just drew right there. It's like 1/8 of the chart. But I didn't notice that in any way. They don't all come out nice in degrees like that. So I'm going ahead and I'm figuring out, let's see, this is supposed to be about 20% of the chart, 75 degrees. It's somewhat less than a right angle. Okay. 120 divided by 360 is like a third. And then something like this. And then this last one. Okay, well, that was great and all. I mean, you did get all those filled in, but I don't know how I'm supposed to figure out how to draw 20% of a pie. Okay, if you look at the answers, they're super sloppy. I don't know if that's a third. It's not like I got on my protractor and measured it. Okay, I just kind of went with things that I thought were kind of in the right ballpark. So, again, if you look at the answers I did, you can go, yeah, okay, anything kind of in the skinny little angle, I don't know, does that look different, 45 and 30? I don't know. Anything in the skinny little angle range is probably going to do, so I'll just put that there. Okay, in real life, that's not what you do. In real life, you highlight it and hit the little picture of the pie. So you could do that for your homework instead. If you don't know how to use Excel yet, don't worry. We'll cover that when we're doing our projects. Okay, so now on this one, I only need four bars. And 100, 200, 300, 400. Okay. Something like that. 105 divided by 985. So this first one's supposed to be about 10% skinny. I'll just call it skinny. All right, 210 divided by 985. 20 should be like at least somewhat bigger than the last one, almost double, really. Okay. $280 divided by 985. All right, 28%. That's not quite a third. And the rest of it, which is the biggest part, not too surprising, it was the tallest thing, that'll be 50 to 60.